Bill Nicholas. The DeKalb Fire Chief, Mike Thomas. The Sycamore Police Chief, Jim Winters. The DeKalb Deputy Police Chief, Jason Leverton. The Executive Director of DeKalb Park District, John Shays.
What happened? We just went completely out.
Jeez, kick me. We're in person.
Let's try this again. We've all heard the expression that it's better to give than to receive. But what does that actually mean? Some interpret giving in different ways. We can donate or give our time, our talents, or even financial contributions. Today, Spartan Chat is visiting with Sycamore Education Foundation Director Rachel Sauber, and we are here to talk about the wonderful foundation that helped to support our staff and students in the Sycamore School District. We're also going to talk about the upcoming Take Root event and how and why the foundation needs your continued support to make dreams into realities. Welcome, Rachel. It's great to have you with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, when did the foundation begin and why?
So, the Sycamore Education Foundation, or SEF as it's commonly referred to, began in the funding to see their dreams turn into reality. Forward to seeing a lot.
I did it for 4 hours last night.
Well, but I'm wondering if it's.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It could be. I mean, these aren't the best of conditions out here in. What is the temperature?
It's weird that it was working.
If there were a heat issue.
Oh. Well. I don't know if it's going to keep doing it tonight. That would definitely be a bummer.
Beam it to knock it off.
Well,
okay, so let's. All right, so Sam, here's what I was talking about. This is the.
Is your mic working? Hey, everybody. If you are with us here, we are having some technical difficulties. For some reason, we've had this board up and running for the last hour, and it's been working fine. And just before we started, it decided to shut off. So we're thank you guys for being patient, and hopefully we won't continue to have some problems here, and we'll be able to get this show on the road.
So, folks, welcome everybody to Spartan Chat. I'm here with John Walter. My name is Brad Hoy. Thank you very much for joining us here on the kickoff for the 2023 Sycamore Spartan football campaign. An exciting football campaign. Obviously, the Spartans coming off a terrific season in 2022, going 12-1, winning the conference and advancing all the way to the Class 5A semifinals before losing in a heartbreaker to Nazareth Academy, the eventual 5A state champion. Spartans have high hopes here for 2023, but of course they'll be going against their arch rival, the DeKalb Barbs, here in the annual FNBO Challenge, and John, it's been this is one of the premier events in all of IHSA football, where the two communities of Sycamore and DeKalb come together to celebrate not only their student athletes in football, but in all activities and all sports, from varsity level all the way down to the elementary schools.
A rivalry that's been going on for years. I remember playing this back when I was in high school, and of course when I played in high school we didn't win any games, but yeah, I think it's an exciting game to watch, and it's always fun to see the community come out here.
We just had the coin toss, and I did not quite catch who won the toss, so we'll try to get that information when it becomes available. We had the captains from both teams. We've got the Spartans dressed. They are the home team tonight, John, so they'll be dressed in their traditional all-black uniforms, black jerseys, black pants, golden numerals, black helmets with the big gold S on them. And then you got the Barbs, who are the visiting team tonight. The Barbs are wearing all white. They'll have black numerals, black and orange piping with their black helmets with the DeKalb Barb logo on it. We've got the DeKalb Barb marching band out on the field right now performing for the fans, and there is a great crowd here at Huskie Stadium. This event usually attracts anywhere from 5,000 to 8,000, and it looks like we'll have at least that many here for 2023.
It's a beautiful night, really. I mean, after having it be so humid for the last couple of days, it's nice to have a break in the weather, a little bit of a breeze coming from the north. And I think we're in for a good night of football.
Now, let's let everybody know who's tuning in that this will end up being students doing this.
Yes, this will not be us. Yeah, if I did, my wife would kill me.
And I think the listeners might be happy about that here after we get done with this game. But we've got a student with us today.
Yes. We got Samantha Callaghan, who's a junior at the high school, and hopefully we'll get to talk to her during the halftime show here. And we have another student that's actually interested in going to broadcasting here is a senior. His name is Nate Miller, and he's looking at a few different colleges right now because he's all...
Well, that's great. Games, men's and women's basketball, and then moved on into the Rockford area, and eventually worked at WIFR in Rockford doing news and sports, and then worked 30 years at NIU, and now I'm failing retirement in helping out the great folks at Sycamore High School and the great students that we have at Sycamore.
So I appreciate it, Brad, that we were able to get you to come on board and help mentor these kids. Spartan TV Junior actually decided this year we wanted to continue to go into increase our broadcasting program, and one of my kids in 4th grade last year said to me, "Hey, Mr. Walter, I think it would be cool if we did podcasting." And I said, "Really?" And she goes, "Maybe even have a radio station." And so it was that thought that came to my mind, and we decided we were going to do a podcast channel at the elementary level, and then we were just going to go all out and have the high schoolers maybe do some broadcasting of the sporting events.
Well, it's a great program and a great initiative, and I think it's a great idea. And in the equipment and the facilities that the student itself, far cry from my day, and even when I got out of the business, it's a far cry technology-wise. Right now we have the Sycamore band that's joined the DeKalb Barb marching band on the field, and we're getting ready to have the presentation of the colors. We've got both teams lined up. The Barbs are lined up. They will be in they're currently in the south end zone, or the south end of the field, while the Spartans are lined up along the back end of the goal line in the north end of here at Huskie Stadium. We are actually doing this stream from the east side of the stadium, which is a little unusual for me, because in all the years that I've worked at NIU and have been involved in media, I've done games or covered games from the west side of the stadium. So I'm trying to get my bearings a little bit. This is where the students at NIU watch the games.
And you know what I'm thinking? I'm gonna sitting in the bleachers here. By the end of the night, I'm gonna need some ibuprofen. So reaching, kind of trying to be angled at the mic, but that's what happens when you're 43, I guess. So
Well,
it looks like we're getting ready for maybe the national anthem.
At this time,
Here we go.
we ask
All right,
you
we're gonna
please
pause for just a
rise
second.
and remove your hats. Join in the playing of our national anthem. Tonight, we have a special performance by the Sycamore High School and the DeKalb Highschool bands, who are under the direction of Mr. Ken Goodman and Mr. Steve London. Tonight's color guard are representatives from Boy Scout Troop 33 in DeKalb and Boy Scout Troop 16 in Sycamore. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
It's great to hear that crowd. And boy, I will tell you, we have some talented student musicians out here. It's always incredible to see how much it's grown, these programs here, for especially DeKalb. I mean, look at that. I mean, there's probably 100 kids out there on that field.
Yeah, and they have to be a little bit warm. Obviously, those are not the most comfortable. Band uniforms, having worn one in years ago, are not the most comfortable uniforms. And of course, both bands are, both schools are primarily black in their color scheme, so they can't be warm. But we've got the Sycamore band. Looks like they're going to play this fight song, so let's listen in. Oh, just a couple of minutes away, and we started talking a little bit about the Spartans at the top of the stream, and let's talk a little bit about them now. Obviously, high expectations for a team that has had much success over the years, particularly the last couple of years, advancing to the semifinals in 5A in the state playoffs.
I believe only losing by like a field goal or something at the end.
Sycamore has had, John. Sycamore has had some real tough luck in that semifinal game. They just have yet to get over the hump. Is 2023 a year that they do it? Now, they have 9 players who were on last year's team that have since graduated, and 9 of those players were 3-year starters. So there's going to be some young players stepping up, and one of them is going to be the quarterback not a unfamiliar name to Sycamore Spartan fans. Burt Goucher had a great season at wide receiver last year and also plays safety, which he will continue to do, but he moves to his natural position at quarterback here in 2023, and I know fans are anxious to see this young man who is already getting college offers from the likes of Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, and right here at NIU.
And I just want to say tonight's live broadcast on Spartan Chat Radio was brought to you by our proud gold sponsors. So Sycamore Country Store and Catering, Sycamore, Hometown Realty, Tom and Jerry's in Sycamore, Andale Taco Shop, and Nats on Maple. Thank you for being such proud supporters of Spartan TV Junior and Spartan Chat.
All right. The Spartans will kick off. They will be defending the south goal. Back deep to receive for the Barbs is their outstanding tailback, Taylon Tate, number 1. Doing the kicking for the Spartans is Thatcher Fredericks.
Boy, I mean,
here we go. Kicking
crowd
off.
is electrified here.
And the 2023 Sycamore Spartan season is underway. Nice return out to the 25-yard line. Let's check but we do have a penalty flag on the field. Let's see the call.
Flag on the play.
Might have been a clip in the back.
Yep, you called it.
Yeah.
Illegal block in the back on the Barbs, so that will push them back. They got the return out to about the 24-yard line, and that will push them back about 5 additional yards.
Good start for Spartans, being able to push them back and towards their end zone, making it a little hard for them.
Yeah, 10-yard, my mistake, is a 10-yard
10
penalty.
yards, yep.
So the Barbs will put the ball in play from their own 14-yard line. And we talked about the new look at quarterback for Sycamore. The Barbs will also have a new look. Their starter is Cole Latimer, a 6'3", 185-pound sophomore. He won the job in preseason camp over Mikey Hodge. And the first handoff to start off the season is tackled for loss.
Loss of about 2 yards.
Taylon Tate was the running back, diving in there and making the tackle for the Sycamore Spartans as their outstanding linebacker, Joey Colota. That'll bring up second down, a loss of 1.5 yards to play. So let's make it second down and 11 for the Barbs.
A couple wide receivers out there. Oh, and it's a run for excellent. Another loss. Back in the backfield, he was caught. Who made that? I didn't see who made that.
It's got to be power surge or heat.
Personal foul.
I'm guessing it might be heat.
Against the Spartans.
Oh, that's a bummer.
It looks like we have a face. No, we're just going to have to kind of
First down.
live with it. And if the positive thing is if it is a heat issue.
Do I send that back?
Well, you'll find out what the threshold is for the heat. I mean, it is pretty. You would think it wouldn't be that bad.
No, because you're not in the sun.
On the carry. Tackled by number 8, Diego Garcia.
I just wonder if you have to have a fan blowing on it or something in there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
6 on the play.
again, if you had it with that power and ran it for an extended period of time yesterday, shouldn't be much of an issue. So my guessing it's got to be something to do with the heat. That's a bummer.
3, York,
Bummer.
64. Ivanovic on the tackle.
Well, we'll see if we can reboot it, and then we'll get on and have to let people know.
Announce we're having these technical
we're having some
difficulties
technical
with
difficulties,
the
and
board. With the heat.
We'll see if we can
Continue, or we might have to wait till second half when it cools off.
Yeah.
The call against the Barbs, penalties declined.
I'll kind of keep track what we got. We have third down and 5.
The other option is we do have the computer. We could do the mic there.
Yeah.
But not the same.
That's good. First down. Nice pass from Latimer to, and I'll continue this to call, to their outstanding wide receiver.
Yep, we're back on. Sorry, everybody. We are continuing to have some technical difficulties. I think it has to do
Heat running.
Yeah, right now we're back. So we're having some technical difficulties with our board here. Could be potentially due to the heat. So we'll try to soldier on as best that we can, John. But the Barbs did get a first down. They're now out to the 38-yard line. It's second down and about 10 from the DeKalb Barb 38-yard line. Again, we've got Cole Latimer making his first start as a varsity player for the Sycamore, or for the DeKalb Barbs. He is under center, and the majority of the work, he just completed a very nifty pass to their senior wide receiver, Xavier Dandridge, for about 13 yards to get the first down. So we have receivers split both to the near and far side of the field. Tate is in the slot. Muff snap, but they were able to recover, and
fumble.
we have a fumble.
Hey, Spartans recover. Spartans recover.
The pass was completed to Talon Tate. Tate was hit on the play and coughed up the football, and it will be Spartan ball right at midfield. So a big break for the Spartan defense there, because it looked like he was very close to a first down. Did not get the person who made the hit or the fumble recovery, but nonetheless, the Sycamore Spartans take advantage of the first turnover of the game, and it'll be the opening bar, and there's their outstanding junior quarterback making his first start at quarterback for the Spartans.
You think it's just the heat?
It's got to be. I can't think of anything else.
Couldn't be that it's too much power, right?
Well, I don't think so. It's just got to be. It's got to be overheating for some reason. And again, I don't know. You know, you go into their settings and.
Roadcaster Pro turning on for a few seconds and shuts off. What's wrong?
Wrong.
A few seconds and shuts off. What's wrong?
Wrong. Horse collar.
I checked to make sure it had the latest firmware.
6 more on the tackle. Gain of 5 on the play is good for a Spartan. First down.
Diego Garcia, left tackle at the 1. Third down. And so I'll go ahead and try to
Narrate.
continue to do the play-by-play so you can kind of hear the cadence even though we're not on the air. So it's going to be second down, and it's goal to goal now for the Spartans. They're at about the 1 yard line. Goucher heads into the huddle, breaks out of the huddle. He's under center. Quick handoff up the middle to Diego Garcia, and he's in for the score.
It might actually be working on the computer still.
Diego Garcia, 1 yard, Sycamore, touchdown.
1, 2, 3. The Spartans scored it. 5-6 plays, 50 yards. Diego Garcia with the 1 yard plunge here for the extra point. Thatcher Fredericks, it's good. And with 7:48 to play in the first quarter here at the FNBO Challenge, it's the Sycamore Spartans 7 and the DeKalb Barbs nothing. Looks like it's just static or something coming through there. It's not coming through the board. It wouldn't come through the board unless it's coming through
the microphone
mic
on the
there.
computer.
Okay, well,
That might be.
folks, if you're hearing us on the stream, we are experiencing some technical difficulties. We apologize. That's the Fredericks to kick off. Tate and Dandridge back deep to receive for the Barb. It'll be first down. Spartans kind of picked up right where they left. And the big play in that drive was a quarterback keeper around the far sideline by their quarterback, Goucher. Lines out 2 or 3 yards after first contact. Tackled on the play by Kyle Preble, one of the linebackers for the Sycamore Spartans. Also in on the play was Goucher, who also plays safety.
And we might be back here. We're going to try it again.
Second down and 10 yards to go. Tate with the carry. With the tackle, another outstanding linebacker. Again, players on both sides of the football, both for the Barbs and Spartans, are playing both ways. So you're going to hear a lot of these names being called on offense and defense for Sycamore. Third down and 5. Latimer, and he was unable to make the grab, so that'll be a punting situation for the Barbs.
Looks like Colton going in the backfield here.
Yeah, Tyler Curtis back deep to receive for the punt. He's joined back there by Colton Sharpness, 5'10", 150-pound junior. Here's the kick. Nice hang time.
Calls for a fair catch. Caught by Tyler Curtis over there at the 40-yard line.
Nice kick for the Barbs. Gets them. Sycamore will take over at their own 42-yard line. So decent field position with 6:32 to play. Yeah.
I don't know. And then this starts going on, so I don't know if it's still on.
Well, you wouldn't be getting the mics now. There's no power going through there, so it's probably just picking up. Can you listen through, see what headed monster a running back for the Spartans. 4-yard gain for Sycamore. That brings up second down and a little over 5 yards to go. Curtis also fumbled the ball, but it bounced right back up to him. The Barbs fended off contact. The Barbs couldn't bring him down, and he was able to pick up about 3 yards. It's going to be third and a long 2 for the Spartans.
Unfortunately, it looks like our board keeps heating up too high.
Well, we'll do the best that we can, and we'll try to figure out some of these technical issues maybe during the in-between quarters.
Yeah.
But we'll continue to call the game. Third. I believe it was Dylan Hodges who was the ball carrier. And trying to find out, let's see who recovered that football for the Barbs. Big break for the Barbs as Sycamore was moving the football once again on their second drive. And the Barbs will take over at their own 45-yard line. Brian Debro on the fumble recovery for the Barbs. So first down and 10 from the 45 for DeKalb. Latimer in shotgun position. It's the pistol formation. Talon Tate directly behind Latimer as Dandridge goes in motion to the near side of the field. Latimer back to pass. He is flushed out of the pocket and taken down. Diego Garcia jetting in from his linebacker position, hauls down Latimer for a big loss. He's all the way back to the 35-yard line, so that will be a loss of 10. That's the second time here that the Spartans have been able to get penetration and have rushed Latimer to throw the ball, or in this case, sacked him. Barbs up to the line quickly. Latimer back to pass, looking to the far sideline, and it's in
dangerous
and out
pass
of the
there.
hands. Yes. In and out of the hands of Taylor Hodge. So that'll bring down a third down and long situation. Third down and 20 for DeKalb. So after getting that turnover, the Barbs are going backwards. Passing situation. Cole Latimer with the ball. Fakes the handoff. It's a screen to Talon Tate. He's got some running room and tripped up. Very nice tackle out on the far side, and that was Garcia again, perhaps making a touchdown-saving tackle, because if he did not grab the shoelaces of Tate, he was off to the races. Pickup of about 14 yards, so it's going to be fourth down for the Barbs, and they appear to be going for it. Fourth down for the Barbs at their own 47-yard line. Dandridge in motion. It's a jet sweep, and it's a keeper by Latimer. Takes it up the middle and appears to have the first down. They had us faked out, Jamie.
Yes.
Or John. But let's see. Now, Sycamore is claiming that there's a fumble on the play, but the officials have indicated that DeKalb retains the football. So nice work by Latimer. They faked the end around to Dandridge. Latimer kept it. Good blocking by the offensive line, and he was able to get a first down. Big play offensively for the Barbs. Their first down of the ball game. Latimer in shotgun formation, looking to pass. He gets it out of the backfield. Nice catch by Tate, but he is dropped immediately by linebacker Diego Garcia for the Sycamore Spartans.
We're going to try the board again. It's not hot. .243 on the running clock as the Barbs have their best field position here in this very early part of the game. Still first quarter, 2:34 first quarter. Spartans lead 7-0. The Barbs driving. They're over midfield. Latimer takes the snap, looking to pass. He's flushed out of the pocket. Leaving his receivers, he goes deep down the field into traffic, and it's intercepted! He had all kinds of running room on the east sideline. Probably could have picked up 10 or 20 yards. He decided to throw it. He had receivers in the vicinity, but there were also defenders in the vicinity, and Goucher at 6'2", a little bit over 200 pounds. He very athletic, went up, caught the ball at the high point and came down with it. It's first down and 10 for the Spartans. Ball is at the 10-yard line, at their own 10-yard line. Whistles on the field, flags are thrown. Let's see what the call is. Illegal procedure of Spartans, so that'll set them back half the distance to the goal line. Goucher comes in from the sideline after getting the play from head coach Joe Ryan. shotgun formation. And he's going to do a keeper. This was the play that he had the big gain on the Sycamore Spartans' first drive. This is another nice gain. Out close to the first down. Let's see where the official spotted.
Tackle by number 23, Blue.
Demarion Ballou, one of the DeKalb Barb linebackers, in on the tackle.
Make sure it's not the bad.
14-yard gain. That makes it second down and 1 for Sycamore at the 19-yard line. Fletcher with the ball carry. And you can take it.
Yeah, we're gonna try to see if it's the battery or something.
Try all options.
Yeah, this board's not even turning on now. But it shows it's got full battery over
Well,
here.
that tells me something about
The board.
it. Could be a heat issue. Spartans break the huddle. Goucher under center. Fletcher goes in motion. Handoff to Fletcher off the far side, and nice bit of running. Deflected off the initial Barb defender and picked up 4 or 5 more yards. It's a 5-yard gain for the Spartans. And they're out now to the 27-yard line. Winding down here in the first quarter, Barb's lead. Check that. Spartans lead 7-0.
We're having some technical issues.
Spartans break the huddle. Receivers split
Ask him if he's got a
wide on both sides of the field. Handoff up the middle to Fletcher.
I don't know if that would work.
He spins close to the first down and appears to be a little bit short.
27, Roman Johnson on the tackle. No gain on the play.
He's gonna come see it. I don't know if we can get. Steven's gonna come maybe over. I don't know. Steven.
Score at the 1 quarter. Sycamore 7, DeKalb 0.
Did you plug it into the other battery?
What's that? Yeah. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, my guess is it's potentially a heat issue.
That's okay. This was all working great, and then all of a sudden the board crashed, and I don't know if it's because of the heat.
Yeah, our stuff's like the warehouse working and all. We're getting something out there, but it's not great.
That much. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing it, but I think it has to do with the heat.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think
Because
of.
it was working just fine, and then all of a sudden it shut off. It kept crashing on us.
Yeah, our nearest power is probably next quarter. So, we're going to have to run all the
No, that's okay.
We don't even have extra.
It doesn't matter if it's the heat, then it's not gonna.
Well, we were just getting kind of in the cadence of things.
I know. Very frustrating. I think it might be streaming still through this computer, but I don't know what people are able to hear. I guess one could go online and listen.
Yeah, you might want to check it. And they probably can't hear me very well with all the...
No.
A lot of our players watching the game, NIU players. Welcome back, fans. Brad Hoy here, along with Fletcher. He is tackled for no gain, so the Barbs hold in line. Deep to receive for the Barbs is their outstanding wide receiver, Xavier Daniels, and a very short punt. Very uncharacteristic by Fredericks. They're going to count from the line of scrimmage. That only went about 12 to 13 yards. So a big break for the Barbs on the less than stellar punt. And they'll take over in Sycamore territory at the Spartans' 40-yard line. Again, if you're just joining, we're having technical difficulty. We sounded a lot better.
We did.
About 30 minutes ago. And now we're just kind of winging it. So, DeKalb Bar football. Deep in the eye. And we have a pass to the flat. Complete. Nice pass by Latimer. David Grant, 6'4", 184-pound sophomore. Big target for the Barbs, and this is what I know Coach Derek Schneeman was hoping, to utilize their size and speed on the perimeter. And Grant showed what he could do. He picked up an additional 12 or 13 yards after the catch. Barbs knocking at the door. They are in the red zone at their own 17-yard line. A handoff up the middle, going to their outstanding tailback, Jalen Tate. And he picks up about 4 yards, gets it down to the 14-yard line. Second down, and 6 yards to go at the Sycamore 14. 10:24 on the running clock. Second quarter action. Barbs trying to get themselves back in the game here. Sycamore scored on their first drive. Again, a tough snap. Latimer struggles a little bit, was able to pick it up off the ground, and then he's driven to the turf for a loss. Let's check out the tackler on that play. I believe that was linebacker Miles Galindo in on the stop. And again, this is a brand new offensive line for DeKalb. And the snaps going back to the Barbs and the shot to Latimer, the Barbs quarterback, in the shotgun formation. Several have rolled along the ground. This one's a good one. Latimer looking to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run it. And he's brought
on. Short of the first down at about the 15-yard line. Garcia on the tackle for the Spartans. So it brings up fourth down.
We're going to test this again. It looks like we might be back up and running. Hopefully it's cooled down here enough and maybe gotten a little cooler tonight, and this board won't keep heating up, because never had this happen before. But of course, this is our first live broadcast, so you never know what's going to happen, right? So are you hearing anything through your mic?
I'm not. I think my mic is live, but I don't hear anything through my headsets, and that's okay.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's plugged in or not, but right now it's fourth down for the Barbs at their own 15-yard line. There is a timeout on the field with 8:56 left to play in the second quarter.
Why don't you grab that other headset and see if it's over there, maybe?
Okay.
All these wires and a little table, you never know if you're grabbing the wrong thing. That's possible.
Again, this is our first
broadcast,
First
right?
time doing this with new equipment and
not your first time broadcasting, though.
Not my first time, no, but it's my first time in this situation under these conditions. So we beg our audience, if you're still there, to indulge us. We've got Sam here. She's learning the ropes. She's learning how to troubleshoot is what she's learning right now. Okay, fourth down situation. Barbs are going for it. Fourth down, 8 yards to play. Latimer back to pass.
Right
He's
in the corner of
going to the end zone, and
dropped.
Nice pass. Grant was the intended receiver. Had to make an adjustment on the fade route. And was able to get his hand on the ball, but was not able to haul it in. Yeah, not a bad call in that situation, but a big break for the Spartans as they take over on downs. It'll be first down and 10 for Sycamore at their own 15-yard line. So a decent drive by DeKalb comes up for naught as they turn it over on downs. 8:50 to play in the second quarter. This will be Sycamore's first drive of the second quarter. Goucher takes the snap and does the toss to the far side of the field, and a nice play by the Barbs. Excellent tackle on the play. Let's see who the ball carrier was for the Spartans. I believe that was, let's check it out, Dylan Hodges. Gain of 1. Will miss some running room on the near side of the field and finally ran out of bounds at the 38-yard line. So that's here in the early going of the game. Goucher on the keeper is one of the most successful plays. They ran for about 35 yards on the opening drive that set up a Sycamore touchdown. This one goes for 15 yards. It'll be first down and 10 for Sycamore at their own 38-yard line. Goucher out of the huddle.
Formation.
Fletcher goes in motion. He takes the handoff, hit at the line of scrimmage, and knocked down. Good tackle there by Otto Idness. Otto's a 6 foot, 195-pound sophomore, and you might recognize the name. His father is an assistant coach for the NIU football team.
Oh. Maybe that's why there's so many NIU players out here watching these.
We've
kiddos,
got a number of NIU players checking out the game in the north end zone, right in front of the Jeffrey and Kimberly Jordan Center. Great to see, and they're seeing a pretty good game here in the first half. Fletcher with the handoff on second down, and he's thrown for a loss. Knifing in there was Pierre Cathina. Big Pierre, 6'2", 196-pound junior, sheds a blocker and throws for no gain. Maybe even a loss of a yard on the play. Make it third down and 9 now for the Spartans. Just past the 7-minute mark here in the second quarter. Sycamore leads 7-0 here at Huskie Stadium in DeKalb. Shotgun formation. Goucher back to pass. He eludes one defender, but he's not going to elude a second one as he's thrown down for a loss. And now we have a penalty flag on the play.
That was a rough in the passer. That'll be an automatic first down for the Spartans.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think you're right, John. I think it's going to be a unnecessary roughness call. Let's check and see. The tackle was made by their defensive end, Nathaniel O'Neill. Now, he threw Goucher down rather hard, and I think that's where the penalty kind of body slammed him. And then somebody else came in and hit, another Barb came in and hit Goucher when he was laying down on the ground. It wasn't that late, but maybe just a little bit too much aggression.
Yeah, it was the lifting him up and body slamming him down.
So you saw the power of O'Neill, and he made a nice job of not letting Goucher, who's big and strong himself at 6'2", over 200 pounds, but O'Neill was able to throw him down to the ground. And it looks like Goucher is out of the game.
Hopefully they'll be able to get him back in, but that's always a worry with some, these players. Especially, you hope that he can get back in because he's one of those players that plays on offense and defense.
Yeah, and that's a concern when you have a player going both ways, especially when it's your quarterback and somebody as valuable as Bert Goucher. So the backup quarterback for the Sycamore Spartans is Isaiah Feuerbach. Isaiah is a 6'1", 165-pound sophomore. Fumble on the play.
Spartans fumble. DeKalb covers.
And let's see.
16.
Well, right now, it looks like the officials are ruling, John, that he was down. Fletcher was the ball carrier, so the Spartans get a break there.
Yeah, they did. I sure thought he fumbled it before he fell down.
I thought so, too.
Yeah. So
Feuerbach seeing his first action as a varsity player, And let's hope Goucher's okay. He comes. Spartans break the huddle. Football resting at the 47-yard line of the Barbs. Handoff straight up the middle. Diving forward for the Barbs. For the Spartans. Looks to be Fletcher.
Looks like a first down.
I'll check that. It's Diego Garcia with the carry. Close to a first down. The officials are looks like they might do a measurement.
Do a measurement here, yep.
The Sycamore players think they have a first down. They're signaling first down.
Oh, wait a minute. It looks like one of the refs is signaling first down, and the other's calling for flags.
You're right about that. The
and let's get on
Coach
the same
Neiman
page.
was not very happy about that call, but it is indeed a first down for the Spartans. Full house backfield. Handoff
Nice
goes
power
to the
run
first
right up the
back
middle
through.
there. Power run by, let's see, that was 8.
It was Garcia.
Garcia had a nice little 3-yard gain right up the middle there.
And returning to the game is Goucher. So that's good.
That's
Bert
good.
Goucher back in the game at quarterback for the Spartans. So that's a good sign right there.
And it also, well, let's see how he, if his arms still able, if he's able to throw, if they're going to have him run more here, but time will tell here in a few plays.
He might have gotten the wind knocked out of him, and it's understandably so. He took a hard hit and still appears to be maybe
he's
shaking it off a
on
little
that
bit.
shoulder there.
So a gain of about 7 yards on the play. That's going to bring up third down and make it actually maybe more than 7. It's third down and 2 yards to go. The ball's resting on the 33-yard line, so Sycamore driving. Split backfield. Goucher under center. He
Nice
trips,
run.
but was able to pitch the ball, and making good yardage is one of the tailbacks.
He made a nice little cut out to the outside there. Got him an extra 5 yards.
Yeah, Dylan Hodges avoided a couple of defenders on the far edge and was able to get the first down. So nice run by Hodges. Good job by Goucher, who was falling to the ground and was still able to pitch the ball. So Sycamore on the drive here in the, I wouldn't call it, well, I guess you can kind of call it the waning moments of the second quarter. 3:30 on the running clock in the second quarter. Sycamore driving. Handoff goes to Fletcher. He breaks one tackle and is finally knocked down at about the 27-yard line. Make that the 25-yard line of the DeKalb Barbs. Idness on the tackle once again for DeKalb. And right now it looks like Coach Joe Ryan and the Spartans are trying to take a little bit of time off the clock as they try to get a score here right before halftime. Goucher under center. Inside handoff. I think it goes to Garcia. Didn't pick up a lot, but he didn't need a lot. He only needed a couple of yards.
That fooled me, though. I thought he was giving it to Tyler Curtis there, and he handed that off sooner than I thought.
Gain of 3 on the play is good for a start.
3-yard gain, and that's good enough for a first down.
I'll tell you, Brad, my eyes are not as good as they used to be here, especially up in the bleachers.
First down and 10 for Sycamore at the Barb 14-yard line. The pitch goes to Fletcher, and he is hit right at the line of scrimmage. Knifing in there and making a good contact was Demarion Ballou. Also in on that tackle was the safety, Jahari Wilson. So the Barbs trying to put up a defensive stand here to keep the Spartans out of the end zone as we hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. Sycamore football, second down. They're at the 12-yard line. Second down, 8 yards to go. Another inside handoff. Breaking through was Diego Garcia for the Spartans. Ball came loose, but the officials whistle him down. Sycamore retains the possession,
On the
and
2-yard line?
it'll be another first down for the Barbs. Check that, first down for the Spartans,
Yes.
and it looks like it's on the 3-yard line. And we have a timeout on the field. The Barbs call timeout. 1:44 left to play here in the second quarter, and the Spartans knocking on the door to try to go up by 2 touchdowns. So far, so good on our board.
Yeah, so far. And while we're at it, why don't we take a little commercial break?
Is your car in desperate need of repair? Do you wonder whether it will start when you get behind the wheel? If so, it may be time to shop for a new vehicle. Call Cunis today. Cunis Auto Group is a trusted automotive name that has been around since 1996. They pride themselves on exceptional service and customer satisfaction. It's no wonder Cunis Automotive Group won the award for Best Dealership to Work For in 2022 by Automotive News, because they take pride in honoring the values of faith, family, and giving back. Each year, Cunis donates 10% of their yearly profits back to charities in our community. Thank you, Cunis, for being a proud sponsor of Spartan TV Junior and Spartan Chat. The next time you are in need of a new vehicle, shop local and drive into Cunis today. They'll treat you like family.
And we're back.
Back at Huskie Stadium. First down and goal to go for the Spartans at their 3-yard line. Handoff up the middle, close to the goal line. No indication yet.
Only by the coaches of the Spartans, it looks like. They're all trying to signal.
Let's see who has the ball carrier. It was Garcia again on the carry, and he is just shy of the goal line. It might be second down and
Inches. I mean, it's...
yeah, maybe a half a yard. Maybe even less than half a yard. Maybe a little bit more than inches, but less than half a yard. I guess that's inches.
I'm just glad that our board's still working, and I hate to jinx it right now.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed. The Spartans are driving. We want to keep our fans, let them know. If the Spartans hit pay dirt with 1 minute to play before halftime. Goucher under center, hands off the ball, and he's in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Spartans. Diego Garcia with the 1-yard touchdown plunge, and that's 6 points up on the scoreboard for Sycamore, and they lead the Barbs 13-0. Impressive drive,
Yes.
Primarily on the ground, and they did part of it with maybe 4 or 5 plays with Burt Goucher on the sideline.
Yep. Hopefully hopefully Goucher's shoulders is okay. He hasn't been throwing here, so it's hard to say, but it's good to see that they're able to drive that ball.
And the extra point by Thatcher Fredericks is up and good with 54 seconds remaining in the second quarter of play. It's your Sycamore Spartans 14, the DeKalb Barbs nothing. You're listening to Spartan Chat.
Andale, Andale. Hurry on over to Andale's Taco Shop in Sycamore and try their mouth-watering bowls, burritos, and crispy quesadillas, all made with fresh quality ingredients. Authentic Mexican cuisine with a modern twist. Head on over and find out what everyone in Sycamore is tacoing about.
All right, and we're back. Getting ready to have a kickoff here. It looks like the Spartans are going to be kicking off to DeKalb here in just a short second.
Well, a tough break for DeKalb on that drive. They had Sycamore quarterback Burt Goucher. They sacked him for a loss on third down. Unfortunately, there was a unnecessary roughness call on the DeKalb Barb defenders that gave the Spartans a first down, and they were able to take advantage of it with a time-consuming drive to score just before halftime, and they lead by 2 touchdowns. And Thatcher Fredericks now kicking off. Back deep to receive. Our Dandridge.
Nice kick.
and Tate. And it looks like Dandridge will take the ball at the 1 yard line. Coming out, he's at the 20, finds a bit of room on the near sideline. He's loose and he goes out of bounds at the 36 yard line. Good blocking and a nice return by Dandridge. So pretty good field position. Let's see if the Barbs can take advantage of this and perhaps get a score up.
Looks like
before
they have
halftime.
one timeout left in 46 seconds.
Again, Barb quarterback Cole Latimer, his first start as a varsity player, has had mixed results. He's completed a couple of nice passes. He had a pass in the end zone that was just beyond the reach of one of the Barb receivers. But he's also had to scramble, and he's had a tough time. The snap from center has had a difficult time getting back to him, and now we have a penalty on the play. And let's see what there was a lot of confusion, it looked like, in the Barb's backfield, and they may have illegal participation. I think they might have had too many men on the field. Illegal substitution is the call. Kind of right. So that'll push back the Barbs about 5 yards. So it'll be second down and 15 to go from their own 31. And now it looks like
They're going to be racing
the
clock.
DeKalb, well, the Barb coaching staff is trying to get some clarification on the penalty from the officials. The call's going to stand. So 5 receivers, 3 to the side of the field, 2 on the near side of the field. Snap back to Lambert. Lead to the back. Sanders, but he's swarmed by a host of defenders. Checking it. Was that Kyle Treble? Not sure who they checked that. It is a penalty on the Spartans, so that gives the Barbs they'll re down. They're now move now to the 39 yard. So it's just the original line. And throws a bullet. Is that it? David Grant with the great pass by Letter. Huge game by the Barbs all the way up 6 yard line. 21 seconds left to play in the quarter. Well, here's an example, John, of the athleticism, strong arm of Letter by the wide receiver making his first start as a varsity player for the Barbs. We have them on the field.
Actually, that was their last time out, and the clock stopped when they got the first down. They ran a play.
Thing do is we call 2 plays there. Sideline team might 2 plays if they're an in pass already got another play, and they go up to the line of scrimmage and get all the time. So interesting strategy. So the officials are penciling. That's another 7 seconds. So the 19 slate. First time DeKalb began the ball. Resting at the 26 yard line of the war. Pistol formation for the Birds. Here goes the and Lambert. Out of the pocket. He has man right before halftime, the Barbs are back in the game. A nice throw and a nice run. He was fit early on. Did a good job of getting away from the side like Grant, and he's going to use him from about 2 yards out. Here's the Landers on the Barbs. And it's big play Barbs on this game with 13 in the first half. Coach was talking this week that he's very, very anxious to see how the new player was on. He was confident in his ability of Ziprat. Has got the all receivers to comment. Receiver wide receiver David and Grant has had a whale of gear. And let's say first 20 to 3 minutes of the ball. And the Sycamore Spartans will be in the kickoff.
30 seconds left. It'll be interesting to see if they decide to take plan to be.
Ray Gordon was the kick for the Barbs, and he didn't keep deep for the Spartans. And I believe he's joined there by Colton Travis, my 60-plus-year-old eye. We'll see them there. Is that Colton or is that Travis?
I think maybe Patrick to New Jersey.
Well, it's so they're lined up both back to the hitting off the 18-yard line, flat penalties. Tackle at the yard line. So I mentioned here the Sparks AD and the Sparks going to the lock at halftime. The Lens lead, but the Lens turn is so scoring with the red play touchdown, but the Bobs came back. They go on scoring. Boucher will take it, and at that time runs down in this end of halfway, and costs them for top, both for the play on the field and for other with issues. That's the center.
When the 3 later we'll probably put on a podcast for a couple of 20 years in a second, and we can talk about TV and we can talk about Samantha, which is the first time out, and
Huskie Stadium, the Barbs.
Ellis may hear on more times than here. I'm sure it's been in a bit over 4 years, and let's take a second with quick and it was a love. So now my time to say, and so you have all that. Thank you very much.
He loves me, he loves me not. He loves me not. Yeah, what do you know about love? We're only 10.
Well, I know that if a person really loves you, they shop at the best flower shop in town. Sycamore is simply the best. If you want country store and catering in the community and countless over construction, that's
Talents and today is the physical education founding and help to support staff, students, and culture. Now made the foundation year 4 to be great to have you with today. So the foundation should be white.
So, that's commonly referred to began in 84 actually, and it began to enrich opportunities by members of the community. So, that's the benefit of Sycamore schools. And so, I offer access to building for educators, for engineers, and offer an alumni related program. So, the program with the funding are so staff also invite parents and students to submit proposal all role from the building district and we want to resolve we have requests.
The winners of the students, especially the rent, were able to purchase kids. And thank you so much for that. What are the other
that have been purchased in that space? And so that is really back to students. So jazz because they help figure out the state what to do. Some of it are just like school libraries. So the West School Library is huge. So the mayor, she kind of did her research out there behind the I guess benchmark what happened library. So we buy a ton of books and it's library. For example, is welding supplies. So welding will have really lots of students involved. Yeah. And the new all that kind of thing, safety and welding. So they had equipment they'll bring out before they had the equipment. A lot of times pulled out to use, and now students will have equipment that's
things that are going over the
yeah,
program.
that's awesome. Really exciting things in the district. So there's people can donate. The donate to us was either you can go to SycamoreSEF.org. You can mail us $1. You can participate next year in May. Give us a date and it's going to make SEF donation go a little further. We have such a bonus school donation.
Were you guys able to get a lot of funding from that?
Yeah, so this year grade $12. Yeah.
All right, I understand you have a few dreams throughout the year, but one of your largest events is held in September. Can you tell the listeners a little bit about what it is and place and where it's going to take place
And where it's going to go this year?
Yeah, so we take call root our purpose. So it's a where my base to support our grant program. So this take root will.
That's why we call it home. So if you're looking for a new place to live and call home for yourself, then you will just have to.
he loves me not.
Yuck, what do you know about love? There to love. Gnats on maple, you'll love to eat.
All right, so it looks like we're ready. We are 14%.
Behind the line of scrimmage, Tate hit it up inside. Nothing doing there. He tried to bounce it to the outside, but Garcia was having nothing of that. Throws him for about a 2-yard loss. So that's going to be third down, a likely passing situation for the Barbs. On the far sideline, Colton Sharpness, along with Diego Garcia, dropping back from his linebacking position. So good coverage there by the Spartan, and that's going to bring a fourth down situation. Fourth, again, a long 7 yards to go. And with the Barbs down by 3 touchdowns with 8.5 minutes to play, definitely a fourth down situation, and they're definitely going to go for it. 2 receivers split on both sides of the field. Latimer rolls to his right, looking downfield, has a receiver. It's caught. Slaughter makes the reception, and I think it's good for a first down. Let's see where the officials mark it. It's going to be close. It is indeed a first down. Nice play by Latimer, and nice job by Slaughter making the catch. Slaughter's been the recipient of a couple of passes from Latimer here in the second half. Slaughter is a sophomore, 6'2", 185 pounds. So again, DeKalb in Slaughter and Grant have some very big targets. And then you have the diminutive but very quick and very feisty and slippery Xavier Dandridge, as Latimer takes the snap from center, rolls to his right, picks up some yardage, and is forced out of bounds right in front of the DeKalb bench. Looks like he picks up about 2.5 yards. That'll bring second down and 8 yards to go. Ball resting on the Spartan 38-yard line. Clock stopped at 7:53. 7:53 on the clock. Fourth quarter. Sycamore leads 28-7 over DeKalb. The season opener for both teams. And Latimer drops the snap from center, and he's wrapped up and thrown for a loss.
Good play.
And and it's Diego Garcia who is making a living in the backfield for the DeKalb Barbs. Unfortunately for the Barbs, he plays for the Spartans, but he is having a whale of a game from his linebacking position. He is all over the field. And again, the Barbs having a tough time snapping the ball back to the quarterback in the pistol formation. And if you're going to be throwing the football and you're going to line up in the pistol, you've got to have a good snap. They've done a decent job, a better job here in the second half, but that one rolled to Latimer and a big loss on the play. Latimer back to pass and throws it across the middle and
Dangerous pass.
Dangerous pass across the middle, and his intended receiver was Grant. We said he's a big target, but the Spartans had it well defended. So now another fourth down situation, but this time fourth down and 14 yards to go with the ball at the Spartan 45. 6:58 to play in the game. Sycamore 28, DeKalb 7. Big play here for both teams. Latimer gets the snap. He goes deep, looking for his receiver, and it's a bit overthrown. Overthrown, I should say. Javen Grant was the intended receiver. Pretty good coverage down there by Miles Galindo. A decent throw, but just beyond the reach of the tall, lanky receiver of the Barbs. And the Spartans take over on downs. First down and 10 for Sycamore at their own 44-yard line.
I'll tell you, that player out there on the Barbs has some bright shoes. They have bright orange shoes. You can see them from a mile away.
Yeah, good. Whistles on the field and flags as the Sycamore takes the snap. I believe we may have a motion penalty. Let's see what the call is. I believe it is.
Timeout.
Oh,
It's a timeout.
it was not a penalty. It was a timeout. I stand corrected. So, 6:51 left to play. Barbs are trailing the Sycamore Spartans 28-7 here in the fourth quarter. Kind of the game that we might have expected. The Barbs, a very young team. Many of the players on both sides of the football playing their first game as varsity players. And actually, they've held up pretty well. In fact, the first half was very competitive, with the Spartans only leading by a touchdown with that late score right before halftime by the Barbs. But it's been all Sycamore here in the second half of play. And other than that last drive, the Barbs have really struggled to get the ball past midfield. Here Sycamore takes over, first down and 10. Goucher goes back to pass. He has a receiver open down the foot by Goucher. 55-yard touchdown. And that might have sealed the deal for the Spartans. For the Spartans, and that was probably a play that was called during that timeout. Hallahan was pretty open, and Goucher put it right on his hands. He hauled it in about the 22-yard line and raced the rest of the way in. The extra point is up by Fredericks, and it is good. With 6:43 left to play in the fourth quarter. And now the Spartans
This way.
Well, and of course, we were talking a little bit at the beginning of the game. Sycamore looking to win the challenge for the second year in a row, doing it in convincing fashion. We talked about the arm strength of Goucher.
Mexican cuisine with a modern twist. Head on over and find out what everyone in Sycamore is tacoing about.
Welcome back to Huskie Stadium, where the Spartans have really overwhelmed the Barbs on the offensive side of the football in the second half. They've extended a 14-7 lead at halftime to a 42-7 lead here in the second half.
He muffed it.
Xavier Dandridge fumbled the kickoff initially, but was able to pick it up and makes a pretty nice return on it.
Solid return.
Takes it out to about the 29-yard line, and that's where the Barbs will start, first down and 10. So let's see if the Barbs change things up a little bit. And with the game out of reach, we might see some of their substitutes come in. And it looks to me like we might have a new quarterback, Mikey Hodge, who was in the quarterback or was in a battle during training camp against Latimer. Hodge does play receiver for the Barbs, and he's going to be in at quarterback here with 3:09 left to play. So Hodge in at quarterback, replacing Latimer. He hands the ball up, and going straight ahead is another substitute, and that would be Javonta Schaefer, a 5'9", 160-pound junior running back. So Schaefer in at tailback in the pistol, Hodge the quarterback. Snap comes back to Hodge, he gives it to Schaefer. Schaefer runs straight ahead, takes a couple of Spartan tacklers with him, maybe a gain of 1.5 yards. That'll bring up third and long, third down and 9 yards to go. Lots of substitutions on both sides of the ball now.
Yeah.
We're seeing, looks like the offensive line for the Barbs is a lot of the same players, but we're seeing wholesale substitutions on defense. We'll try to crawl out the tacklers if we can. Barbs have yet to break the huddle. Here they go. Clock is running. We're at the 2-minute mark in the game. Sycamore with a commanding lead. Handoff to Schaefer, and he barrels forward. Knocks a couple of Sycamore defenders back. Decent run by Schaefer in traffic, but it's going to be only a gain of about 4 yards, and that brings up another fourth down situation. And let's see what the Barbs do. There's some change in personnel. And we have officials timeout. Let's see what they're going to call. Is there a timeout? Timeout Spartans.
Shop local and drive into Cunis today. They'll treat you like family.
Back to live action. It's fourth down and about 6 yards to go for the Spartans. Hodge is in punt formation, and he gets the kick off. It's a decent kick. Fair catch called by the Spartans. They will make the catch, hauling in the punt. Aiden Weiss. This game has been well in hand since probably late third quarter. It's been all Sycamore in the second half. They lead it with about 1:18 left to play, 42-7. But we'll see. You know, this is the second unit, and these are young people that want to get some experience. But the young quarterback, Feuerbach, is going to take a knee and let time expire. So, again, an impressive performance by the Spartans. It was nip and tuck there in the first half. Sycamore scoring with less than a minute to play. The Barbs coming right back, and it was anybody's game. Yeah. But from the opening kick of the third quarter, it's really been the Spartans who have shown their domination. And the Barbs put up a good fight, but defensively they were on the field pretty much the entire second half. And in these conditions, with the humidity and with the heat, the Spartan ground attack just wore them down. So a good game, an impressive performance by the Spartans, who improved to 1-0. A good start to 2023. the Barbs got to shore up some things, particularly that snap from center, and a little bit better execution in the offensive line. But again, it's always good to play a quality opponent to start the season. And for at least half the game, we saw a very competitive game.
Yeah, and thank you for anybody that's still listening. We apologize for all the technical difficulties, but next time, I think the next home game is here in a couple of weeks. I think it's on the 8th. We'll be home, and hopefully we won't have any of these issues because we'll have the Wi-Fi there at the school district and hopefully a little better circumstances.
Yeah, hopefully the students won't be broadcasting from the bleachers. But again, I got to give credit to Spartan Chat and John Walter and his great crew. As the Spartan football team goes over to their student section, and you can hear the cheers from the Spartan faithful. This is always a big win. And the Spartans now have won 2 years in a row, back-to-back, and off to a great start here in 2023. But you heard some of the commercials, and John, those are your fourth graders who actually produce those commercials.
They are a bunch of fourth and fifth graders that just are part of the program, and we're so excited to do those commercials, and there's going to be a lot more, so...
Well, thanks for having me on. Hopefully, folks hung with us. We appreciate your indulgence with the conditions and some new equipment here. Then
Hey, Sam.
No.
We'll see.
Well, thank you, Brad. I appreciate you mentoring these kids.
Yeah,
so.
Thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun, and again, a great night for the Sycamore Spartans. They start their season 1-0 with a convincing win over the DeKalb Barbs, 42-7, here in the FNBO Challenge at Huskie Stadium. For Samantha, for John, I'm Brad Hoy. Thanks for joining us on Spartan Chat, and we'll see you again next time here on Spartan Chat.
Steaks, ribs, pork chop, oh my, hot dogs, hamburgers, and homemade pie. If you want great barbecue or quality meat, then shop at the place that can't be beat. Country Store and Catering in Sycamore has been serving up the community and countless plates for over 30 years. Country Store and Catering in Sycamore is the butcher shop that cooks.
You best. Well, considering you're going to get into so much trouble for picking mom's flowers from dad apart, you better call them